Good morning, Green Pines Baptist. I can't be there to worship the Lord Jesus Christ with you this morning. My family and I will be on vacation this week. But I did want to send a message to you just in light of all that's happened this week, as well as to follow up an email I sent to you regarding Miss Mary Kay, our Kahena. She'd come to our church a few years ago through the Messiah family, and after they moved, I found out that there was really no family around, immediate family, to help her. And come to find out a little bit of her story and her legal status among us in our country. It's not a question I typically ask anyone that joins a church, as it's not really in the Bible or in the gospel as a fundamental aspect of being a church member. First and foremost is Jesus Christ as our Savior and Lord, and that we're one in Him. But as I come to find out her situation, and that she had come here legally and with a visa, but that visa had since expired back in the early 90s, when not too long after she moved here. Wanted to see how we could help her become a citizen of our country. So we met with the immigration lawyer and found out really there's nothing we could do. There was no roadway for her. And after finding out some of that information, then it was just a matter of how can we help her get back to be with family or in her home country. And so we were able to seek that out, and she has agreed to do this as believing it to be God's will. And that's really the point for her at this time. And it's been difficult, as you can imagine, if you've lived anywhere for the length of time that she has. But at the same time, excited to be able to see some family. And so we sought out how we might be able to send her to Kenya, and we found a great price of some tickets, but to lock in that price we had to go ahead and purchase those tickets. That flight actually leaves this week on July 12th. And just wanted to appeal to you, if you would like to support that departure, encourage you to do so. You could do that this morning by just simply writing a check, and you could put in the memo benevolence, and that would be understood, that would be used to help in this case. And this may not be something most folks would do, but I believe this is what believers are to do, to help the people around them to seek God's will, and to show compassion. We might be able to send her to Kenya, and we found a great price of some tickets, but to lock in that price we had to go ahead and purchase those tickets. That flight actually leaves this week on July 12th. And just wanted to appeal to you, if you would like to support that departure, encourage you to do so. You could do that this morning by just simply writing a check, and you could put in the memo benevolence, and that would be understood, that would be used to help in this case. And this may not be something most folks would do, but I believe this is what believers are to do, to help the people around them to seek God's will, and to show compassion. I think that this past week we're just seeing the brokenness of our own humanity, of our society, as great as America is. The chinks and the faults are showing. And we know as believers that the answer is in Jesus Christ. In fact, Josh is going to be sharing in just a little bit, using a text that I think really does speak to part of the solution, that of Philippians chapter 2, where it says, "Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind let each esteem the other better than themselves." And then, of course, the gospel shows us how that happens. I want you to listen carefully, thinking about our society, but also think about us. How can we do this? It could very well be that just loving people like Miss Mary and helping them do what's right, even at sacrifice, could be part of that. And that and many more. But it is certainly something for us to pray together, ask God to give His mercy and grace in our own hearts as well as those around. Certainly pray for people like Jeff Morgan and others in our church who are police, and pray for folks like Eliad and Mary and the Lucases and others where they feel this too in a major way. Sometimes it might be helpful to just listen and consider what they have to say without trying to defend. Just listen. I hope that you worship the Lord this morning. I'll be praying for you to do the same. I'll be worshiping the Lord somewhere where we're at together. Until we see again, God bless.